Hi, my name's John. Welcome to another Sunday night nightcap. I've just come out in the garage to do this little bit of video and it's absolutely freezing in here. Everything outside's absolutely frozen white solid. I just hope it warms up in the next... Well, it's not going to warm up in a hurry, is it? In the first of tonight's two nightcaps, I finish off that brass radiator cap for the old tractor. I'm sure you'll find the end result of that interesting. It was very, very rewarding to have made it. I really enjoyed the job. In part two, I do a bit of machining to spacer for a propeller on a microlight aircraft, and there's also some drilling to do. I have to do a PCD, which I do using the DRO and the mill machine. I'm sure you'll find that interesting. This is possibly the most interesting part of the whole job. I've got to shape that, make it convex like that, then I've got to solder its threaded part onto it. That's the best finish so we'll have that to the outside. That would be the inside. First thing I'm going to do is soften it to soften brass, heat it up to like a dual red and let it cool just the same as copper. It doesn't go as soft as copper, but it does soften it considerably. So we'll get that warmed up, let it cool down, and then have a go at sort of forming that shape. I've got a rough idea how I'm going to do it. I hope it works. There's a lot of work gone into this little bit of brass, to tell you the truth, a hell of a lot of work. I'm using oxypropane. It's a little bit temperamental until you get it to settle. Once it settles, it's pretty good. It's a really hot flame, not as hot as oxyacetylene, you can't weld with it, but it certainly gets pretty good. If this doesn't supply enough heat, I can put a cut and torch on, but I think I must put the light on and we can actually see when it starts to go red. I don't want to melt it. If the camera's picking the light up there, yeah it is. Getting a little red tinge to it there. Certainly starting to get it's a nice uniform dull red there. Not pretty. Could be anything than that. This might look like the bottom of an oxy cylinder because it is the bottom of an oxy cylinder, which got a decent curve in it, very similar to that. And I've got a cannonball that I can use to form it into there. I think I should really have had one of those hammers with a wooden head on, but I haven't got one of them. We'll just sort of carefully use that. I'm sure it'll work alright. It will spoil your day having one of them coming at you in 1,000 feet a second. Right, so that goes into there, and that hopefully should not having a lot of impression on there really. The press might have been handy. I have got a press, but it's lent out. I might try doing this hot. I may get a better result if it's hot, because there's not much happening to it there. We'll warm it up again. It has moved a little bit. Right, this time it's hot. Red hot in fact. You can't see the red colour in the light in here. Looks like it's done something to it. Oh, definitely, it's definitely got the shape now. That looks good. Very comparable to that one. Happy with that. I'll cool it down and then polish it and then work in silver solder, which is also a verdant. I'll cool it down and then work in silver solder. Right, that's where it needs to go on there like that. That's the edge of the lead on. So we need to put some flux on the job. I'll push some flux around. This is easy flow. Silver soldering flux just dissolved in a little bit of water, make it a sort of thickish paste. Right, that goes on there like that. I've certainly got plenty of flux on it. I don't want to be scrimping on flux. It will be going to get cleaned when it's finished, so line it up nicely. Right. A bit of silver solder now, some heat on there, and that's going to be hopefully splendid. Looks good, it's in the middle anyway. At least looks like it's in the middle. Right, I want a bit general heat round the whole job now. All the water's evaporating and leaving the flux powder on. Also warm the silver solder up and dip that in the flux so we get some flux adhere on the lad as well. We need to sort the dull red for this to solder. Not be far away. Not hot enough yet. The ring's hot enough, but the base is not. That's better. It doesn't take a great deal of sugar. It's the same beans all you need. So the sugar is flowing around by itself. The capillary action's dragging it round. Don't want so much on. This is really old silver solder. It'll have cadmium in it. It's not very good for you, but by price it works. Around, once shape it round again. This is a WCO, but a nice job. Happy with that. Very happy. Make sure the solder is off properly, then I'll put it in some water. It helps to get the flux off it. And quench it in a bit of water. Right, so what we've got now is a proper job. I want these edges, the dark grain on there just to kill the sharpness. Beautiful silver solder joint all the way around. The solder's just starting to come through. A lot of time gone into that, but it's been well worth it. I've enjoyed doing it. I like it. The one last machine in operation, and I forgot to video it. I put it back in the 4-jaw chuck and I machined the mating face so you can see the clean brass band so it seals up. You can also see, if you look really close, the silver solder coming through the joint, so it's a 100% penetration joint.
Great hell.
Yeah, he's done a cracking job, hasn't he?